Yay Networks.
Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin', the podcast. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans, and this is my husband frantically trying to silence his computer. That's my partner in crime, Alan Evans.
Hello, I'm Alan. A-Train in the house.
Welcome to another podcast, honey. I'm glad you could join me.
Thank you so much.
We have a lot going on.
I have a choice?
Yes, you do. You do have a choice. I could do it solo.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I could.
pick that one up.
I could do it solo.
No, you wouldn't. You couldn't.
I could.
No,
I have.
No, you couldn't.
I have.
Wasn't as good.
Some might argue differently.
No, come on.
There are,
really?
I bet there are
Really?
a couple of, you know what? I bet we should have a couple of podcast family members on standby just in case one of us finds ourselves incapacitated and unable to perform.
It's not as easy as it sounds.
Or it's easier than it sounds. But either way, we should have some standbys, you know, like Johnny Carson, or always had somebody fill in for him when he was out. Ellen DeGeneres is off all the time lately. I don't know what's going on, but she has fill-in hosts.
Uh-huh.
We need to have a standby list just in case.
I'm okay with that.
We haven't been busy. The first part of 2020 was not a busy time. Everything, evaporated off of our schedules. But things are starting to pick back up.
Yeah, they are.
With kids' activities and, work picking up and things of that nature. Might be something to look into. What? Somebody's already knocking on the door? Well, we're right in the middle of a podcast. Who is it?
It's El Presidente.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on in, Sean.
Oh, that El Presidente.
Yeah, come on in.
Hey, Sean, what are you doing here in the middle of the day?
Hello, Kelly.
Aren't you supposed to be at work?
Hey, that restaurant of yours is freaking fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Holy shit.
Oh,
That's the
boss
best
man, El Presidente.
That's the best effing barbecue I think I've ever had.
Thank you for cleaning that up a little bit.
Hey, things are starting to pick up a little bit. So can you get that jackass husband of yours to do some more spots with you? You guys think you can do maybe 5 spots in your podcast?
Ooh, people, remember when we started El Presidente? People were mad when we did 1.
Well, I don't give a rat's, but what you need to do is nip all that in the bud, and you're going to do 5 spots.
Whoa, 5?
Yes.
El Presidente, I'm not so sure about that.
And you're gonna do a 10-minute podcast. Okay.
Okay, but how do we justify 5 spots?
Well, I
in
don't
10
give
minutes?
a shit. You need to figure that out.
El Presidente,
Okay.
language.
All right. I'm taking off. I'm going down to Austin. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by,
Thank you.
briefly as that was.
Why does he always come in here and cuss a lot?
I don't know. Why is that? Why is that?
'Cause that's what he does. I saw
That's not what we do.
I saw El Presidente at the restaurant. We had a little event for the
Restaurant?
for the Kid Craddock Morning Show, nationally syndicated. Yeah. Yeah.
What restaurant is that restaurant?
Oaked, our restaurant.
You said that restaurant.
Oh, sorry. Oaked Craft Barbecue.
Yeah, now
Yes.
open for lunch, soon to be open for dinner.
I talked to Sean for a while, and I'm just looking at him, and
We're
I'm
all
just
talking numbers, facts, stats.
No, we
No?
were talking politics.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Was this pre or post election? I can't remember anymore. It was post.
I don't know.
Pre.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I'm kidding. We were talking about everything. We were talking about what's been going on with the election. We were talking about business. We were talking about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But I did hear him say "nip that in the bud" a few times, and
What were we nipping?
I don't know. He's always wanting to nip something in the bud. He's always wanting to nip
Well,
something
it's
in the
better.
bud.
You should nip it in the bud before it becomes a big issue. True in business and in relationships.
One of our smokers is named El Presidente.
It is. Did you show him which one? We
I don't know which one it is.
We haven't gotten the plaques put up yet.
Who can we blame for that? It's not ready.
Hey, it wasn't on my to-do list. I
Yeah.
would have ordered those plaques by now.
No, I think we're going to have our winners that won the naming contest. We have to coordinate with them.
Oh, it's going to be a whole big presentation?
Yeah. I thought we were going to take a picture in front of it. And all
Yeah,
that.
I just didn't know it was all going to be at once. That'd be great. Whatever we work out, I'll be there. I'll clear my schedule.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
Well, on the podcast last time, we were talking about, how stressed out a lot of people are and what you're having to do to relieve that stress. And it
Relieve
was-
stress?
Gosh, we got a lot of stress still. But
Remember that guy, Bob, in Abducted in Plain Sight?
yeah, he was under a lot of stress.
Oh, A lot of stress.
How did he relieve his stress?
I don't know.
You saw the documentary just as well as I did.
I don't know.
For those of you who are not familiar and you have not yet watched Abducted in Plain Sight, if it is still available on Netflix, we highly encourage you to check that out.
All I know is when I said that it is never okay for a guy to ask another guy to just randomly get in a car and take a ride to the park, you told me that was okay.
I didn't see a problem
I
with
remember
that.
the podcast where you said, oh, that's fine.
I wouldn't see a problem with that. If like a guy's going through something really heavy and he needs to talk to his buddy and he says, hey, would you mind? I just need to get out, get some fresh air. Would you just take a ride down to the park with me?
What if they're both wearing basketball shorts?
Maybe you can take a basketball with you and shoot some hoops. There are all sorts of things that can happen. I don't know what you're getting at.
I am so out
Is
on
basketball
that.
shorts code for something?
Well, you know, they're real loose.
Is that like a sign when two guys show up in basketball
I
shorts
know,
and
I
there's
don't-
no basketball game?
Now that I don't know. I am not an expert.
Well, you're
on that.
alluding to something. I don't know how we got off on that
I don't know,
tangent.
it's your fault.
But one of the things that they said was a great anxiety reducer is to count the things that you're grateful for.
Oh, okay.
You know, gratitude journals were a very big thing a couple decades ago, maybe not even that long, with Oprah. Remember when she went through that whole gratitude journal at the end of the night? There was
No.
a woman that made a lot of money off of this idea of gratitude. She wrote a book about it and then had a gratitude companion journal with it and a gratitude calendar because Oprah, you know, bing, touched it with her magic wand and made this woman a multimillionaire when it was really just a basic concept. You don't need to have a big fancy journal to guide you through what to be grateful for. You could just use a spiral notebook and a pen and sit down at the end of the night and, you know, count your blessings. You could do that with pen to paper. You could do that with prayer. You know, that's what I was always taught with prayer. You know, we go to God in prayer sometimes and it's just like this gimme list. God, help me with this, give me that, do this for me. I want this and that. And I was told, you know, that's a very selfish way to look at prayer when you're only coming to God asking for things. How would you feel as just a human being, not as our Heavenly Father, if people came to you all the time and all they did was say, give me this, give me that. Can you help me with this, help me with that?
Oh, that's my life right now.
Right. So we don't like that.
Nobody ever calls me to say hello.
But with that's it.
They always want something.
Exactly. Calling just to say hello, praying, maybe just to say hello, to be in communication throughout the day, but to start with the list of what you're thankful for, right? Before you just start asking for stuff willy-nilly. And some of our requests are very serious when you're praying for someone's health and things like that, or for the state of our country. But to go to him with that attitude of gratitude, that rhymes. I'm going to write a book, Attitude of Gratitude, with a companion journal. Not really.
And all I got to say is, what other podcast can you be talking about Bob and B taking a ride to the park for some stress release? And then 10 seconds later, Kelly's doing a little Bible study.
That's what I'm doing because one of us has
What
to be the
other
moral
podcast
compass of this show.
Can you get that?
Well, November is National Gratitude Month for obvious reasons. Thanksgiving Day is fast approaching. Now, I used to get very uncomfortable when Kid Craddock or whoever says, okay, now we're going to go around the room or around the Thanksgiving table and everyone's going to tell what they're thankful for. I don't know why we all get so embarrassed and awkward in those moments. You know?
I don't know. I've done it a million times.
You have?
Well, yeah.
It's just as awkward when people, it's like saying grace in public. People get
Yeah.
frozen, they get stage fright. Why is that so difficult? So my Aunt Velma kind of got around this a few years ago where she'd got a big piece of poster board, get it for less than $1, and, you know, a pen, and had everybody in the family write what they were grateful for
Oh, okay.
on the
Take the pressure off.
on the poster board. Well, then my cousin Cindy got a more brilliant idea than even Aunt Velma had, and she decided to start a gratitude journal that we take out every Thanksgiving. This could be a great tradition for some of you to start if you like this idea. So you headline every Thanksgiving. You have everybody that's there at the meal, even though this year might be a little limited with COVID and everything, and you make a list in the journal of what you're grateful for. And then the next year, you can go back and look at those, maybe read some from last year and how far you've come this year. It's just really interesting. And then as the years go by, some of those people won't be with you any longer. It's just the, you know, natural progression of life. But a gratitude journal that you take out at Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
So there's my little tip for you today.
Okay.
So, Alan.
Wow, good tip.
We're going to release some stress.
Whoa, okay.
Can you tell me some
Let's
things
do
that
it.
you're really grateful for?
Well, I mean, you told me we were going to do this, and this is the normal stuff. It's not real exciting.
But what are you grateful for? Dig deeper than just the normal.
Well, I mean, how much deeper can I get when I say, you know, I'm glad I have healthy children. I'm glad I have my health. I'm glad you have your health.
Yeah.
Glad we have a roof over our heads.
Yeah.
Glad we get to do buffoonery like this and make a little lunch money. I mean, we got a lot to be thankful for in blessings that can be counted.
Right.
I don't know how to say that.
I'm grateful for,
My parents are healthy.
Yes, that's another thing. It's like, as our
Like we
parents.
don't have parents that are really bad off. They
Right.
get around really well.
Our parents are fairly in really good health, I would say, on both sides. Alan and I are both lucky enough that we still have our parents, which is really a blessing for our children because they're going to know their grandparents and they're going to have very vivid memories of their grandparents.
Yeah.
I think that's something that's really special because for me, like my daddy boy, he died when I was 2 months old, and I never got to know my daddy boy, but I have very vivid memories of my other grandparents, so that's really great. I'm grateful that my parents, made the leap of faith to move from South Carolina to Texas, so my daughter would have a relationship with them. I think that's very important.
Yeah, same. I'm glad, like, when after I got divorced, my mom and dad, they had lived in Wichita Falls, like, since I was a little guy, and then they moved here. I think part of it was just to be closer to everybody.
Yeah, the
and
grandkids.
Be closer to the grandkids, but then part of it, too, was to help me out when I was going through all that stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, I was lucky they lived close enough. If they lived out of state or something like that.
Really hard.
Or they were still working or something, they might not have been able to do that.
Yeah, so I was grateful for that. I was grateful that I did have, I look back in the family that I grew up in, my daddy being the baby of 12, which I am really grateful for that because I had, plus being from South Carolina, I came from a very colorful family, with lots of great stories to tell and different personalities. My daddy being baby of 12. We had some fabulous family reunions and memories that I have. I remember the uncles all coming over when Muhammad Ali would have to box. Well, when he was having a boxing match, which used to be a big thing, back in the day. There was no pay-per-view. You just waited for that however many years came around when there was a boxing match. And my job was to set out all the ashtrays, because everybody was smoking back then, And I remember those things and those stories that were such a fun, colorful part of my upbringing. How did I know at the time that I would end up having a job on the radio where a lot of my career success was because I had these stories to share? Part of my Southern upbringing that kid loved about me was from where I came. So I'm really thankful for my family in a lot more ways than just, that I still have parents that are alive, that I have such a wonderful, colorful background.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, one of my uncles is not doing very well. My Uncle Malcolm, my dad was a baby of 12, and there were 8 boys and 4 girls. And my Aunt Velma is the only remaining sister, and she's 85, and she's doing great. She looks great. It's just, you look at her, you would just be shocked. to
Yeah,
think
she's in great
85.
shape.
She looks awesome. And her baby brother, 81-year-old Malcolm, my dad's older brother, has not been doing very well. He was on a ventilator, but my dad and mom and my brother got to go to South Carolina. But thankfully, he's off the ventilator. He's up and eating and talking, and so things are going well there. But, 81, how much more time do we have with our relatives? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm grateful that they were able to get there, to be there,
Alex
now.
Trebek, rip.
Alex Trebek passed away at the age of 80.
80.
After 80.
He fought hard.
Yeah, March of 2019 is when he announced
Wow.
he had been diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer, said he was going to fight it. And he worked up until the end. He, like with game shows, you might not know this, but they will just spend a whole weekend just taping episodes back to back to back to back. That way they can take the rest of the month off. Pat Sajak does that with Wheel of Fortune. And I'm assuming Alex Trebek did that as well. But they said he filmed his last episodes on October 29th.
Mm-hmm.
He passed away on November the 8th. So he worked really almost up to the very end. And then his last official show is going to air on Christmas Day.
Oh, wow.
And they are going to continue the show. I don't have the names in front of me, but when we were seeing an interview with him about a year or so ago, he had a couple of names that he was tossing out as potential replacements for him. One, some sports announcer for the LA Kings or something. Another was a woman. And then he jokingly said Betty White. But they're not going to make any announcements right now out of respect.
Is Betty White still alive?
She's still alive.
Good night.
She's going to outlive us all.
How about Steve Harvey?
Steve Harvey's still alive?
No,
What
I
do you
know
mean?
he's still alive. How about him on Jeopardy?
Oh no,
That'd
he's
be
got
a
family.
great bit.
No. That's not the right fit. He's good over at Family Feud.
You might win a new car. Just a little bit of Steve Harvey.
That's,
there.
that's
Just
very
a
little bit.
A little tiny bit. Yeah.
All right, so that's National Gratitude Month. Be grateful for what you have. It really does help put you at peace. You know, I know the country's in turmoil right now. Hey, still grateful that we live in the beautiful US of A, right? So thankful to be here. And we're also grateful for a new sponsor to the podcast. Yes,
okay.
I'm very excited about this one, Alan.
What do we got?
Crate Joy.
Crate Joy.
Have you heard of Crate Joy?
I absolutely have.
You have. Good. For those of you who have not, let me tell you, you know what a subscription box is, right? We've talked about those from time to time on our show. Well, Crate Joy is one location. It's like a clearinghouse, I guess, for lack of a better term, where you can shop for thousands of subscription boxes, and as well as tons of interesting date night activities and things like that, all in one place, cratejoy.com. It's the first and only subscription box marketplace. You will be able to shop from over thousands of unique boxes and gifts, or just about anything you can imagine. And even better, you choose a subscription length so you're not locked into anything. I think that's a fear a lot of people have with subscription boxes. Like, well, what if I don't love it after 2 months and I've locked in for a year? It's not like that with Crate Joy. So if you've got somebody that's really unique on your Christmas gift list this year, maybe a brand new mom or a whiz kid, you know, who loves science, things like that. Maybe your dad loves everything to do with the grill. Somebody that's into coffee. Crate Joy will have a subscription box that they will love.
That sounds right up my alley.
Alan, there's thousands to choose from. Thousands. Like I have friends like my nanny Laura, so into reading books to her child, a toddler. They have book subscription boxes for all ages, right? I found a website that had matching, you know how moms love to dress like their daughters. They have like the matching T-shirts for mommy and me, you know, that kind of thing, where they're like cute little sassy sayings. They're not also always the cute little bow things. They're like real fun things. I love that Crate Joy box. I also found, a great idea, snack box subscriptions. You got a college kid off at school, they're always hurting for pizza money or something. How about once a month they know they're going to get a great box from you from Crate Joy? I think it's just a wonderful thing. So show you care with personalized gifts that keep giving long after the holidays are done with Crate Joy, escape rooms, mystery boxes for adventures at home, self-care, cocktail kits, and even more. You really got to go check it out, cratejoy.com.
Looking to give the perfect gift or to treat yourself? You can shop thousands of subscription boxes all in one place and get 30% off your first box when you sign up at cratejoy.com/sandwich. That's right. Sign up today and at cratejoy.com/sandwich to get 30% off your first box and early access to all Crate Joy's holiday specials. Crate Joy. Get joy delivered right to your door.
You're going to be going to that website right after we're done, right?
I'm going to do it.
Because we do. I mean, the holidays are sneaking up on us, and I've got to get Alan to get the tree down because I'm already getting stuff delivered, and I want
It's
to.
November 9.
I don't care. My cousin Cindy has her entire house decorated. People are decorating for Christmas earlier this year because it's been such a crappy year.
I'm going to issue an unpopular opinion. It's bad luck to put up your tree before Thanksgiving.
No, it's
Yeah,
bad.
it
No,
is.
it's not.
Yeah,
It's
it
bad
is.
luck to keep your tree up after New Year's Day, according to Mother Price.
That's
She just
according
wants to get the tree down.
according to Walter Evans. It's bad luck to put it up before Thanksgiving.
No, I've got Christmas presents I want to go ahead and wrap, and I have to stick them somewhere.
you can
Get the tree down, Alan.
stick them.
Our neighbors said they're going to start putting out their holiday lights in the front yard next week.
No, but seriously, how wheels off? I've heard people complain when they go to a department store in early November
But this
and
is
there's
different.
Christmas trees up. They're like, I haven't even had Thanksgiving yet.
This is different because it's
I
2020.
don't know what voice that was, but
It's 2020. That's why it's different. Everybody just wants to hurry up and celebrate goodness and watch Hallmark Christmas movies and get drunk wrapping Christmas presents and, you know, ho, ho, ho. So we need to get the tree up, please.
I don't want to be like pessimistic wet blanket guy, but I think the first 6 months of 2021 are going to kind of suck too.
Well, let's just get the tree up and leave it up until it's over.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, the boss man came in today and said
Ah!
that, said one of the vaccines
Amen.
got approved today
Yeah,
by one of the
amen.
big pharmacies.
Pfizer. Amen.
Pfizer, yeah.
90%. 90% of what's the word? Effective.
Affection?
Efficacy. What is it? I can't-
Aficionado?
Amen.
Effectiveness?
Hey, Sean, you want to go get some sushi? Yeah, that sounds like a great effing idea, boss man. Let's go get some sushi. All right, let's get out of here. Come on,
this
Kelly.
is crazy. It's like watching Rich Little.
Who's Rich Little?
Google. Duck,
Kelly,
go,
Kelly,
that.
I'm a new podcast listener. Who is Rich Little?
He was a master impressionist back in the day. I'd say when Johnny Carson was around. So that's really showing my age, right? Duck, go it, because I'm not Googling anymore. Anyway, I want you to get down the tree so I can wrap stuff, because the holidays are here and people, like a couple weeks ago, I gave some great holiday gift guides. But did you see what Gwyneth Paltrow just put out?
What did Gwyneth do?
Gwyneth Paltrow has the website Goop, and Goop is often mocked mercilessly.
Why?
But actually, she has all these really out there, health ideas and really expensive, far out gift ideas.
Oh, so very eccentric for very rich people?
Yes. So a long time ago, because Alan and I live in one of the Dallas suburbs called Plano, Texas, but Gwyneth Paltrow a couple years ago had a pop-up shop for Goop in the Beverly Hills section of Dallas called Highland Park. And it was just a pop-up store, very, in and out. And she did an interview with us on the radio. She was the nicest, most fun person to talk to. If you have any preconceived notions of Gwyneth Paltrow based on Goop, get rid of those, because she even knows some of this stuff is absolutely ridiculous. She was laughing at it. She's like, who needs a $5,000 waffle iron? It's just so ridiculous, but she puts it out there. And she's also the one that talked about putting a golden egg up in your hoo-hoo, ladies, remember? It's like some sort of jade egg or something that's supposed to give you healing properties in your uterus. I don't know.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm telling you the truth.
Whoa. Hold on.
I might be missing some of the materials.
We need to explore this.
Well, you shove something up in there, exactly what you think. And
what is it?
It's some sort of orb.
Like an egg?
Like an egg. And you put it up in there, and it was made of jade or something that was supposed to have good, crystals and things that are supposed to be good for you. And you're supposed to put it up in there, and it's supposed to be a healing
So
property.
you insert a jade egg into your vagina, and it gives you healing properties?
Don't be inserting jade up in there based on Kelly Raspberry, because I don't remember exactly what it was made of, but it was something to that effect.
Sounds like Benoit balls.
So Goop is out with their holiday gift guide for 2020. Now, a lot of the stuff on there is stupid expensive and ridiculous. Some of it actually very reasonable. Goop has their own line of facial products, skincare, things like that. There was a portable facial steamer, which I thought was a really great idea. When you go to get a professional facial, ladies, when we used to be able to do that, it was a little portable steamer, and it was only like $30 or $40. They have a lot of gifts on there that are under the $100 range, and stuff that's ridiculous. She had on there, I made a note of some of them, like a $250 cropped hoodie. It was just a black hoodie. I could go to Forever 21 and get a cropped black hoodie for less than $20. Gwyneth Paltrow has one. I'm serious.
What the hell was it made of?
I didn't look up the material, but it doesn't matter. I don't want a black plain cropped hoodie for $250 and had the matching sweatpants for $146. I mean, that's stupid. I'm not doing that, but I'm not a billionaire.
Is it made of Cleopatra's pubic hair or something?
Why
night.
Has it got to be that?
Well, because it's so eccentric.
Well, let me tell you some of the things she has on here. Some of these are good ideas, and some of these are crazy. Like I said, there are several options. Gwyneth Paltrow or somebody on her Goop staff is really into pleasuring themselves.
You got to well, first of all, you got to change your voice.
Let me tell you.
Second of all, we've said on here, millions of Americans use those types of products in the comfort of their home, and there's nothing wrong with that.
But somebody at Goop is obsessed, because it's one thing if you're going to do a list of the top gifts to give for Christmas. Throw a vibrator on there. First of all, who are you going to give that to? Who gives the gift of a vibrator?
Oh, lots of people.
As a gag gift? We're talking Christmas.
No, that's the gift that keeps on giving.
They have, I can't tell you how many vibrators and vibrators that have functions I didn't know existed.
Okay, let's talk about this.
I'm
Like
not,
what type?
I'm not
What
going into great
kind?
detail.
Well,
no,
you
this
brought
is
it
not that
up.
kind of show.
Like, what are the models?
Go to goop.com and look.
No, I want to talk
Let
about
me
it
just tell
now
you,
on this
no,
podcast.
Stop. I'm going to tell you this, though. She has multiple vibrators available. And
Multiple.
Yes.
Multiple being the key word.
With all price points, including.
Because when you buy one, you want multiple.
Let me tell you. She has one that's $79. It's the Vesper vibrator necklace. So the necklace looks like a pendant, and it has the word crave on it. But you click something, and it turns into a vibrator. So you're wearing your necklace around and say, oh, suddenly I feel the urge. Rip off your necklace? I don't know what you're supposed to do. She also has on there, it looks like a very big statement ring. It's a gold ring that's about knuckle to knuckle. It's $100 and it's a vibrating ring. But it's only available in size 5 or 6. So what the fat finger girl is supposed to do?
What's up, little fingers?
Right. What are the fat finger girls supposed to do?
5?
A 5 or a 6.
What are you, pencil fingers?
I have been told that I have slender fingers, and I wear a 7. I've been told that I have slender fingers at a 7.
I don't know, maybe that's aimed at a younger demographic.
Where's a 5 or a 6?
Maybe 18-year-olds. I don't know.
They also have, can I say dildo?
Well, you said it, but
Okay.
if you're going to say any of this, you should be changing your voice.
I'm not. It's only $50, but it's a dildo cloning kit, and it comes in 3 different skin tones.
Okay. All right. So the cloning kit, does that mean?
I'm guessing it's sort of
kind of like when you make impressions for your mouthpiece.
That's what I'm guessing. But it's $50. All right.
Okay. You want a
There's
little?
also she's like into the kinkiest stuff.
How much
on
is
here.
this?
That was $50.
That's only $50.
And it comes in 3 different skin tones.
That might be a funny bit.
There's like a dark one, a medium one, and a very pale pink one.
What does a dark one mean?
Well, like the skin tones, a dark skin tone, a medium skin tone,
Like
and a
my
very
skin
pale.
tone?
You'd probably be more in the medium category. There's also
No way.
500 of they have stuff for bondage. It was $550 for this collar, and it's got a lead chain with it. It's gold.
Yes.
It's gold plated
Oh,
stainless steel.
Yeah.
It's a bondage set.
Yes.
But you can remove the leash and just wear the necklace.
Absolutely.
And can you imagine if you're that kind of couple, when the lady wants to signal when they're on date night, he wears the chain, and you're like, oh, I know what's happening when we get home. I'm gonna click on that leash. $550. I would use the dog's chain before I do that.
Mark that.
$550?
Mark that. Okay. Does it come with a horsetail?
No, I don't think so. Why would it need that?
I don't know.
Why would it need that?
A horsetail?
What would you do with that?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's just
Maybe it'll be on our Christmas 2021 list.
Yeah.
There's also a ceramic bong on there for $225. And Gwyneth loves, or somebody on her staff loves, Chanel purses. I can't tell you how many Chanel purses are on this. They're all Chanel. The lowest one starts at $34.50, and I don't mean $34.50, and goes up from there, okay? So here's some other stuff that I thought was a really good idea, but I'm not doing it. A DIY sushi kit. It's $28. First of all, I don't want to risk.
Out.
I'm not risking eating raw fish at home. That's not for me. And
Well,
I know some
you don't
people
risk
do
it at a restaurant, babe.
I'll eat California rolls. But are
that's
you
not-
really
that's
gonna?
not raw
are
fish.
you really going to trust your own self or somebody?
I had a
Anyway,
medium rare tuna steak like yesterday.
You could have wrapped it in seaweed and called it sushi. I already told you about the $39 portable facial humidifier, which I think is a great gift idea. She has unique things too. $45 for a body balancing navel therapy oil. You massage it in and around the belly button, which represents the origin of life in the Ayurvedic tradition. I don't know what that means. But I've always heard that, death begins in the gut. You got to take care of your gut health. But that
Got
is,
that right.
your umbilical cord, that's where life began for you. So that might make some sense if you got somebody that's really into that funky yoga stuff.
I don't like my belly button, my navel being messed with.
Well, you do it yourself. I won't do it.
No, I'm just saying. Do you
it kind of hurts sometimes when you mess with it, right? When you clean it out and stuff.
Like, yeah. Like if
hurts
I'm
a
in the
little bit.
shower and
It's tender.
like if you poke in it,
It's tender.
it makes me have to. It almost
kinda
makes me.
hurts.
It almost makes me have to pee.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, this is interesting. A $68 airplane cover seat. And it's done in this soft sateen, cotton sateen. It fits all economy and business class seats and sets up in seconds, so you won't be that person holding up the aisle, it says. It does not interfere with the screen behind your headrest. When you get home, you just toss it in the washing machine. It's like a snug fit over your airplane seat if you're really into keeping it clean.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Okay.
I like the other ones better.
Before I get back to more
These are great.
interesting ideas.
I'm going to send Connie Raspberry a link to goop.com.
Oh, please don't.
What do you think?
Please don't.
Think that'd go over well?
No, you know what we could do for Connie Raspberry and other people on your holiday list? You can give them the gift of FrameBridge.
Yes.
FrameBridge makes it easier and more affordable than ever to frame your favorite things without ever leaving the house. Art prints, posters, photos sitting right there on your phone. You can upload those to framebridge.com. Alan's iPhone takes, I don't know what, he's got one grade higher than mine. His phone takes the best photos. I mean, like professional photography quality. You can go to framebridge.com, upload those, and have beautiful art prints all around your house. You could give those as gifts, you know, to family and friends. And I'll tell you the thing about FrameBridge that Alan and I were most impressed about is the delivery. It comes beautifully packaged. It's like they take such care in ensuring that you get, because there's nothing worse than getting something framed and shattered and there goes Christmas, right? FrameBridge does such a beautiful job. There's always a little personalized note in it. If you don't really trust your taste when it comes to frames, they have people on staff. They're absolutely free that will give you suggestions. Like you send them your artwork or whatever, or if you have like a keepsake baseball, things like that, they can frame those things too. But they'll give you suggestions for the frame and then you can say, okay, I want that one, and then they take care of it for you. I think FrameBridge is one of the smartest things we've ever done because we love photos in our family.
Got a picture of
Right
us
behind us.
right behind us.
It was done
FrameBridge.
with FrameBridge.
Beautiful picture.
All different kind of styles, whether you like modern or classic, whether you trust your own judgment or not. FrameBridge can get you started for all your holiday gift giving starting at just $39, and all shipping is free.
Yes, and get started today. Frame your photos or send someone the perfect gift. Go to framebridge.com and use promo code SANDWICH to save an additional 15% off your first order. Just go to framebridge.com, promo code SANDWICH. That's framebridge.com, promo code SANDWICH.
Now, Alan said he's loving the Goop gift list. Well, let's see if he loves
Now, wait a second.
this.
Can I ask a practical question?
Go ahead.
Why is it when I introduce content like this,
Because I don't do it smutty.
you throw a big hissy fit about like how far we are from a spot and all this kind of stuff, but you just plow through this Goop
Because
thing?
I'm doing it with class and decorum.
Okay.
There is the difference.
Okay.
Next up, Gwyneth Paltrow made a lot of headlines earlier this year when she released a candle called Smells Like My...
Oh, come on.
Mhm.
Like Gwyneth's?
Mm-hmm.
It smells like Gwyneth's.
That's what the candle is called.
So what
Now,
does
I
Gwyneth's
think she
smell
was-
like?
This is the thing. I think it's a floral scent, but I think they were being...
There ain't no floral scent, okay?
I think they were being funny.
Nuh-uh.
They were trying to say that her hoo-hoo smells so beautiful
Yeah.
that it was a joke.
She's
But
a human being like
they-
everyone else.
They took that joke, they made it into a perfume and into a candle. So if you want to get the Smells Like My hoo-hoo roll-on perfume, that's $45.
Well, what's the name of the product?
Smells like my vagina.
Is that what the name of the
That's what
product
it's called. It's a roll-on perfume as well as the candle. The perfume is $45. The candle is $75. There's also
is? Unbelievable.
the $45 perfume that's called This Smells Like My Orgasm. It also comes in candle form for
What?
$75.
Wait a minute.
These are just jokes.
What
They
does
don't
that smell
literally-
like?
I don't know. Probably jasmine. And then they have This Smells Like My Prenup candle for $75. That's kind of funny. This was like my prenup. So if somebody's going through.
Oh, so these are in name only.
Right,
Oh,
Alan.
okay.
But she made headlines for that. This is, I think, getting the award for the most unusual gift there's a lot of really weird stuff on there. like I said, stuff for the bedroom. This is a bread lamp. This is literally a loaf of bread. It's a 13-inch long loaf of bread, like a baguette, I guess you would say.
Mm-hmm.
$210. This comes from Japan. They've coated it with resin. So it's a literal loaf of bread coated in resin. So it's hard. I wouldn't be banging it on something. It'll probably, fall apart. But it's got an LED light inside of it. So it just kind of glows warmly. So if you love bread, give a bread lamp. I don't think it would smell like bread at that point if it's coated in resin.
Yeah, I'm not following that. I don't understand. I understand what you just said, but I don't understand.
It's just interesting.
Why?
It's like modern art, maybe. But it's $210.
So
if you're interested,
basically a piece of preserved bread
with and
someone
LED
ran
light
some
shoved in
LED
it.
lights on it.
Yeah,
for $210
from Japan.
Wow.
Okay. A lot of dads, getting into, dads getting more involved with the baby and stuff. They're not as hands off as they used to be. And there's sometimes families where it's my two dads. They have a $250 men's classic diaper bag. It's more subtle than a woman's. It's like kind of masculine looking.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you use? You just used a backpack.
I used
you?
a black backpack. Yeah.
They have, this is ridiculous. They had a beanie and a matching scarf. It was just striped pink and brown and tan. The beanie was $175. The scarf was $437. I'm sorry. I'm going to the Gap. I've got a striped Gap scarf and beanie in my closet right now.
What's a beanie? Like a
hat.
slouchy beanie?
No, it's like a pull on.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
not like a beret, but a pull on. What do you call that?
It's like a slouchy beanie. I think I know what you're talking about.
It wasn't slouchy. It kind of hugged the head. This one did.
Oh, like a skull cap.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have for $250. I don't know how much boxing gloves normally cost.
I don't know.
$250.
That seems like a lot.
It does, but these are made of cactus. So it's like not prickly like a cactus, but I guess the cactus skin. It's the Los Cactus limited edition boxing gloves, literally made from cactus, $250.
Okay.
This I like, but I don't
have to be a boxing fan. So find somebody who's a real boxing fan.
There's a lot of benefit from an infrared sauna. It's not where you have that moist heat. It's just that radiating heat.
Moist.
Robert Ehrman, White Cheddar.
Stop talking.
The producer for the Kid Craddock in the Morning Show, as well as Love Letters to Kelly podcast. Love Letters to Kelly podcast.
Done.
Anyway, he has this infrared sauna. I believe it came with the house. I'm not sure if he bought it or not. That's beside the point. He loves it. I would imagine having a sauna built in your home is very expensive.
Robert has a sauna in his home.
An infrared sauna. It's like a little hut you go into and you sit in it.
You think if I called a White Cheddar up and said, "Hey, man, mind if I swing by and you and I kind of hang out in the sauna for a while?" You think
and then drive to the park?
No, I didn't say that.
Wearing basketball shorts?
I'm just throwing out this question for consideration.
I bet he would, to let you see what it's like in case you want to invest in one. Okay, but I don't know how much those cost, but I would imagine it's pretty expensive.
Towels optional?
Goop has one. It's a $500 infrared sauna blanket. So you lie in it, you wrap it around you, your head's sticking out, and you get the infrared heat for $500. I guess if you're really into that and you don't have the money for it, I mean, that's kind of expensive, but also if you're looking into an infrared sauna, this might be a cheaper way of doing it. There's also the gemstone heat therapy mat. So you lie down on this mat, and it's got all these gemstones on it, and it combines 5 natural therapies: hot stones, far infrared light. I don't know what the difference between regular infrared and far infrared. Red light, pulsed electromagnetic fields, and negative ions.
Pulsed.
It's $1,049.
Jeez.
Okay, but some people who are into these kind of treatments, how much are each of those treatments?
That's a bunch of bull.
Well, if you're into it, and it's supposed to temporarily promote local circulation, ease muscle tension, maintain overall relaxation and well-being. Lie back is the amethyst, tourmaline, I think that's how you say it, and jade gemstones warm up against your skin.
Yeah, there it is again.
And feel yourself unwind in the infrared heat. So if that's $1,050, let's say you go to one of these places and you're just dedicated, and it's $50 a week. I don't know. You'd have this. It would eventually pay for itself, right?
I guess so. But isn't part of the fun going somewhere and having somebody do this to you?
Right, but if it, I don't know, a $2,000 Ouija board, and I clicked it open. And I was like, "What is it special?"
Wait a minute,
about
that's
this
devil
Ouija
stuff.
Right. First of all, this is Jesus' birthday.
Whoa.
Christmas is Jesus' birthday.
Whoa.
You don't be giving Ouija boards, witchcraft, and devil spirit stuff on Jesus' birthday, Gwyneth.
I don't think Gwyneth is too concerned with that.
Well,
honestly,
you gotta
based on
read the room.
Based on the product portfolio here.
But $2,000, the thing was like basically shellac with some like glittery stuff on it. I don't see what it did I don't think there's any extra special connection to the spirit world because you spent $2,000 on your Ouija board. But don't be giving Ouija boards for Christmas. That's just wrong. And then I've only got a couple more here. There was a $2,500 shagreen poker set. Do you know what shagreen is?
I do not.
It's a type of rawhide consisting of rough, untanned skin, historically from a horse or onager's back. What's an onager? It's I had to look that up too, a wild ass of Asia, having an erect mane, a light brown coat, and a dark stripe along the back. I think we've all seen those at the zoo. Anyway, it's typically that, or it's from shark or rays.
Okay.
So it's like
I
either
could
horses,
be down with that.
It's either
Yeah.
horses
All
or
right.
stingray material or shark. In modern times, shagreen is produced from the skins of commercially farmed Asian stingrays.
No, wait a second. Horse died of natural causes?
This is now in modern times, it's the skins of commercially farmed Asian stingrays. So now they're farming them just so you can have a $2,500 poker set.
Oh, historically from a horse.
Yeah.
So they're not making poker sets out of horsies.
Right. And it looks like just a typical poker set, but I guess you're paying extra because of the skin and the box is covered in. $2,500? No, thank you.
Can't believe Gwyneth is killing innocent animals doing that.
She also suggests giving a men's Rolex watch for $10,295.
I could get behind that.
14
Which one?
karat gold. It's the Rolex men's date 14 karat yellow gold 34 millimeter. I don't know what all that means.
That's little. 34 millimeter. That's a
It's
little.
$10,295.
It's a tiny watch.
Okay, and this is the thing that got me. This is the most expensive thing on the list. It's a $35,000 pyramid commode.
Mm.
And I'm thinking, a toilet? But it's not a toilet. It is a pyramid-shaped set of drawers. Why is it called a commode?
I thought a commode was a
toilet.
turlet. Yeah.
I thought when I saw this on the website, it's a pyramid shape. I'm like, do you open up the doors of the pyramid and there's a toilet in there? No. It is 7 feet. It's 84. It says it's 84 by 84 by 20 inches. So 84 inches is 7 feet. It's designed by Elizabeth Page Smith. She's a luminary artist and furniture designer for stars like Kanye West. He's a client. And so they're automatically going to pay more than we would for something because they're famous.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a pyramid-shaped piece of furniture, basically. It creates a spatial vortex in whatever room it's placed in, energetically lifting the vibrations in that room. It's made from solid mahogany with concealed finger pulls so you can't see the drawer pulls and 14 soft closing drawers. So why is a commode a chest of drawers? I've never heard that.
Okay. This one, so basically this is a piece of furniture.
It's shaped like a pyramid.
And they've marked this sumbitch up 10,000%.
$35,000, but that's not all. Shipping depends on where you live. So if you live in California, like within the LA area, shipping is $550. So add that to the $35,000. Anywhere else, locations range between $2,900 and $6,300 for shipping. It's non-returnable. So if you give it to somebody and they're like, this is ridiculous, send it back. Sorry, $35,000 plus $6,300 in shipping out the window. And you have to wait 8 to 13 weeks for it to be delivered.
Well,
and signature is required.
You know what?
I hate when they require signature on delivery.
If you can afford something this eccentric, you're probably not worried about the price. I mean, if you're buying a freaking 84 by 84 by 20 piece of mahogany furniture that costs $3,000 to deliver, $6,000 to deliver,
how much can you
you're
really
not
store?
You're not worried about the price.
How much can you really store in there, especially when you
Who
get toward the top
cares?
drawers? It didn't hold anything.
Yeah, it's like you and I buying a card table at Walmart.
And if you just need a triangle or a pyramid set up in any room to increase the energy, can't you just buy like a little pyramid somewhere, like from a tourist shop, and just set it in the room? Does that do the same thing for the energy as it would if it was 7 feet tall?
You got it. The marketing spin is all this energy and vortex.
And she's an artist.
Spatial BS, but you got to say all that to charge $35,000.
I don't know. There you go.
You know, that's one of the more interesting lists I think you've ever shared. I could get behind that what is it called? That self-molding kit or whatever.
The manhood molding kit.
I guarantee I know how that thing works. I'm just guessing, but I'm pretty sure I know how that works. You get a big mold, like a big thing of dough, and you have a box.
You have to
and then you
go into it.
And then
yeah.
you fluff your stuff up and then insert.
So this whole time I've been talking, I've moved way on past that. You're still obsessed.
Insert, take out, and then pour some kind of mold in there.
I guess. I don't know.
And then let the outer
Let it set.
Crack open the shell, and you're left with just the magnificent.
Yes, the magnificent
homage
to manhood.
Yes, I think we should get one of those.
You do.
Yes, and then you can just go to town on that thing.
What are you talking, Alan?
You won't even.
Now he's taking it. See,
you
now
won't
I kept it classy.
No. I'm just saying.
I kept it classy.
I'm just saying you won't need me anymore. There you go. Anytime, anywhere.
Alan, stop.
Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes you could just use that.
Stop talking.
Stop talking. Okay.
All right. So go to goop.com if you want to see she has tons. I can't even go through them all, but tons of gifting ideas, including that one if you're kinky.
That was one of the kinkiest things I think you've ever introduced on this podcast.
I'm telling you, Gwyneth Paltrow.
I'm a little uncomfortable.
Gwyneth is kind of, I don't know if it's her. I'm sure it's like the Oprah magazine thing. You know, when Oprah had her favorite things, and I thought Oprah spends the whole year. No, it's not like that. She had her producers. They would set up a gigantic room, and it was just table after table of stuff. And she would literally go through the room and say, I like this, I like that, I like this, I like that. Some of it I'm sure she used. Some of it she's like, oh, that's just a good idea. And suddenly it became Oprah's favorite things. So I'm wondering, is it the same thing with Gwyneth? If she sits there and she's like, this is hilarious, I've got to put this on the Christmas list. Or she's like, I really use this with my husband, Brad Falchuk.
Well, maybe that's her brand. Maybe she's into that stuff.
She's into a lot of really out there stuff. And a lot of people think talking about stuff you do in the privacy of your bedroom, it should be talked about more freely because we're all human beings.
Sexual relations.
Yeah, it's just part of life and all that, but it still makes me kind of uncomfortable. And it's another reason my mom won't listen to this podcast
I don't
anymore.
understand why you can do all that, but then if I do something, if I were to have
brought it classily.
If I were to have brought that to this podcast, you would have gone insane.
Because I didn't go dirty with it.
I just
presented the information.
I didn't go dirty.
You tried to go dirty at the end.
No.
Yes, you did. Go to town. What is that? What is that? Stop. See, I keep it classy.
Oh, yeah.
I present the information for you to take as is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what is coming up with the holidays, which I used to be really adamant about, when I was younger and knew everything, that I didn't want to be engaged to on Christmas. I didn't want to be proposed to on my birthday. Did I say engaged to, proposed? Because I wanted to be completely separate. Then the older you get, you're like, I don't care that much. But they said that this is the season for marriage proposals. About a third of all engagements occur in the last months of the year. I'm guessing the majority occur around Valentine's Day.
I thought this was the worst year for weddings ever.
Proposals.
Oh, just proposals.
Yeah, proposals. So it says you may want to wait until Thanksgiving Day or Christmas Day to pop the question. Almost half of Americans say proposing marriage on a holiday is a good idea. And see, I used to think no, because I was like, because if you give the engagement ring, then that's your whole Christmas present and then you don't get other stuff, which is a very selfish way of looking at it, right? You proposed near Valentine's Day for me.
Because I couldn't do it on Valentine's.
Because that would be too obvious.
Yeah.
You're trying to surprise me.
I was trying to surprise you, yeah. What was it? Was it the 12th?
The 11th.
11th.
Yeah, it was close.
It was close. You had no idea.
I had no idea.
Absolutely
I like
no
the element
idea.
of surprise. That's another
surprised.
reason with the holidays. It's like a lot of ladies are kind of
They're
maybe
suspecting
it. So that's the thing. So maybe not proposing actually on Christmas Day, maybe in the build up around it, or but you know what I thought might be fun? We have never had this happen on our podcast, I don't think. But a sandwich with some lovin' is about love, and I wonder if somebody's wanting to get engaged over the holidays, and we could help them with that.
coordinate that through us somehow.
Yeah. I mean, Alan, really, I'm just bringing this up for the first time.
Never
to Alan.
say never.
Have we done that?
Well, we've helped babies be born. We've helped bring couples together in matrimony.
Yeah, but we've never been part of facilitating.
But we've never
a proposal.
facilitated the actual proposal. Yeah. What else? What else have we done here? We've done a lot.
Yeah, we've talked about, swiping and stuff, and a lot of people have gone on dating apps because of our story.
Yeah.
So we're responsible for a lot of people dating, hopefully happily ever after.
We have heard those stories,
but
for
we
sure.
have not been a part of anybody's proposal. I want to be a part of a proposal.
Well, they would want to request us to be a part of their proposal.
Yeah, how can we do that?
Well, hey,
we don't know.
We're putting it out there in the
So if
universe right now.
somebody's thinking like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. This Thanksgiving, this Christmas, heading into 2021,
Mm-hmm.
I want to start a brand new life with my brand new wife. Or, you want to throw tradition out the window and propose to your man. Let us be part of it somehow. I don't know what we could do, but let's come up with something.
We know how to do
Bump
things.
heads.
We know how to do things. I know magic. You can sing.
Well,
What
I
else?
sing some songs better than
what else-
others.
what else
as long
can-
as it's in my key.
What else can we do?
Well, we've got a podcast. We could just, hey,
Well, yeah.
hey, Bob, Mary wants to marry you.
That's kind of
See, that's too basic.
that's too
We
boring.
got to make it something special.
Okay, well, we'll see. Hopefully, this bit doesn't go like our trading bit, which
I just want that. Go ahead and get.
nobody.
I was trying to get you excited about getting rid of the cooker, the instant pot.
You know what I want to trade now is that air fryer. I think it doesn't cook worth a darn. I've used it now 5 times. It does
Okay.
not cook worth a darn.
Does-
I want that Ninja, the one that looks like a toaster oven.
That's what my mom
I
has.
don't. This
I think.
big egg thing
My mom's
doesn't
not-
work.
My mom doesn't have the Ninja. But here's the thing.
And this thing takes up so much. It's like storing a freaking giant
It's
jack o'
giant.
lantern
It's
in your kitchen.
Let me tell you. Okay, here's the thing.
Why
With
did
the
you- why
instant
did we
pot.
buy
Okay,
that?
the instant pot came along in our house because Trey, our producer Trey, got married about 1.5 years ago. And he said, oh my gosh, the best thing we got for our wedding was this instant pot. We use it almost every night. I have this delicious fish. I have it like in 2 minutes. I've got my dinner ready. It's incredible. So I was like, well, I have to get an instant pot. But I just couldn't get just any old instant pot, not the small starter kit. I got the jumbo one because I'm like, we got 6 of us in this family. And what if we ever have anybody over? I need the mega size instant pot. So I got it. I didn't say anything to Alan because we don't have to. I mean, that's not like bringing home a slingshot or something when you would check with your spouse first before you buy it.
We had talked about that.
Anyway, I was like, I don't really need to clear getting an instant pot with them. So I brought the instant pot home and it sat there and Alan was getting a little resentful of the instant pot. I looked up YouTube videos. I'm like, I'm going to use this thing. I'm going to use it. I was so intimidated. I just could not bring myself to do it. So then
What did you? Oh,
What?
I'm sorry, babe. What did you make the Worcestershire pot roast in?
That was in the regular crock pot.
Oh, okay.
I ruined it. It was horrible. Okay, so then Big Al
My man.
got an air fryer. And I've heard all these people talking about air fryers. And Al made chicken wings. They were so good. They were so good. Okay, I'm going to get the air fryer. So the first thing we say we're going to make are wings. And I get the wings and stuff. We're going to do it. And Alan, gets home and he's throwing them in there. They were undercooked. We had to keep cooking them. They just weren't right. And then I was like, well, I think we put too much meat in the pot, right? Too much.
Mhm.
So, but that's the thing. What are you going to put, like 4 or 5 wings in there? It's going to take you all night, even though it's just each batch. Well, we can't get them to cook right. And then I tried to do fried pickles. And the first batch turned out fine, but I'm dipping in the egg wash and the fry stuff and putting in there. And it starts getting gummy and pasty.
Yes.
And the second batch, Dylan, our 8-year-old, he ate the first batch. The second batch, he wouldn't even touch them. It's like, what are we doing wrong? And then I read somebody say, well, you need to preheat the instant
That's not
pot.
in the instructions.
It's not on any of the instructions. Not one instruction that we've seen where you have to preheat it, which makes sense because when you put the food in there and hit press and it's supposed to cook for 3 minutes, how long does it take it to heat up to get to 400 degrees or whatever?
I don't know, but we cooked a package of chicken wings last night at 400
And you put fewer in there.
for about 50 minutes, and they were
still underdone.
and there were still a few that were a little underdone.
What are we doing wrong? So my mother, I go over there and she has an air fryer hybrid thing with a toaster oven.
Toaster
in it.
oven, air fryer, yeah.
She loves it.
But I saw a commercial for this one that folds up, like it'll fold up into your like backsplash.
Well, you got to knock out a wall to do
No,
that.
no. I
Alan.
don't think it does that. I think it just attaches somehow to your cabinets and then it folds up.
Where are we going to put that? We have no cabinet space for
Well,
that.
you got a toaster oven over here. You got a big cutting block over here that we don't
But
use.
the cabinet height, I don't think it's going to work.
It might.
Y'all don't need to hear us work out dimensions.
Yeah.
But the thing is, my mother has this combo. She said it's incredible. She said, because Alan tried to do home fries in there, and that took a little bit longer. But I heard cooking frozen French fries
The
in there
home
is
fries
good.
never cooked.
They never cooked. They were soggy to the end. She says it's really good to reheat meat. You know how it's like reheating meat in the microwave and stuff dries it out? She said if you reheat it in the air fryer oven combo thing she has, completely juicy.
I always do that in the toaster oven.
Well, she says in this thing, I guess it's somehow using air fryer on the rack. I don't know.
I wonder if
But I think we're now getting rid of the air
I
fryer
wonder if we
and
have a
getting
defective
this.
air fryer.
No, I think it's us. I think it's us.
Chef Alonzo, I mean, usually he can figure this stuff out. This one, I don't know.
But I tell you what, if we do order one of these air fryer oven combos and it's delivered to the house, I'll tell you who's probably going to be delivering it is stamps.com.
Stamps.com.
Because this holiday season, more people are mailing stuff than ever before, which means the post office is going to be super busy. And if you are a small business owner, you really don't have time for that. You got to keep churning out and filling those orders. Stamps.com brings the post office and now UPS shipping right to your computer. Yes, you can mail and ship anything from the convenience of your home or office with a few clicks on your keyboard. And Stamps.com saves you money with deep discounts you cannot negotiate for yourself at the post office. I challenge you to walk up to that window and say, hey, give me 5 cents off every first class stamp and I'll take 100. They're going to laugh at you. Well, maybe not because they're very polite. But with Stamps.com, they've done that negotiation. 5 cents off every first class stamp, up to 40% off priority mail, up to 62% off UPS shipping rates. That's incredible. Not to mention a fraction of the cost of the expensive postage meters. Any size package from little flyers you want to mail out to great big jumbo boxes of air fryers. I don't know what you're selling this holiday season. With Stamps.com, you can mail any class of mail anywhere in the world using official U.S. postage, and there's no guesswork because you have a scale that's going to help you calculate exact postage so you never overpay or underpay again.
Don't spend a minute of your holiday season at the post office this year. Sign up for Stamps.com instead because there's no risk. And with our promo code SANDWICH, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in sandwich. That's Stamps.com. Enter sandwich. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again.
All right, babe. And I understand you have a couple of letters you said you wanted to read before we wrapped up the podcast, or did you forget to bring them?
We can bring it home for Jerome with some letters. You know, this podcast is great because I'm starting to fill out my Christmas list here.
Oh, good.
I've got a Ninja air fryer. I've got
Combo oven.
combo oven. I've got a mold your own Mr. Happy kit.
Oh, gosh. Are you going to get that for yourself? Because I'm not getting you that.
I'll get it for myself just to
Party favors.
go through the process. Yeah. That would be a hilarious bit, though. Can you imagine like doing one and then taking it over, I don't know, to Kinko's and having them reproduce it at like freaking like 12-foot banner size?
No, I can't. I would imagine that's probably in some policy somewhere. They wouldn't do that at Kinko's.
Kinko's? No?
Stop it.
All right, babe. What are we doing here?
You're going to read some letters.
We're going to read some letters. All right. We have a few letters. We only have 2 letters. First one is from, she said, don't use my name. This
I'm
is
glad
from,
you read that.
This is from Julia.
Is that not her name?
That is not her name.
Okay, good.
Hi, Allen and Kelly.
Hi.
If you choose to read this podcast, please don't use my name. Call me Julia. I'm watching your wedding video. Kind of creepy, but I've seen it before.
Why is that creepy?
So she's admitting she's watching it and she's watched it before.
Because it's so beautiful. It was so fun.
I just love it. Y'all are a beautiful couple. Now, if you want to watch this wedding video, all you have to do is go to kellyandallen.com. You can watch the wedding video. You can see wedding photos. What else can you do out there? Can't buy a hat right now. We don't have any. Need to get some hats. What else can you do out there? Send us email.
I know it is flu season. They say flu is down this year. I guess, people are getting flu shots because they're all panicked after the COVID thing. But because we're wearing masks and washing hands, there's hardly any flu this year. But if you are unfortunate enough to have flu hit your household, I have a blog up there from a couple of years ago when our son Cole had the flu.
Taking ownership
Taking ownership?
of the blog.
taking ownership.
Keep going, babe. I'm just giving
Oh,
you a hard
well,
time.
there's a one up there about,
Right.
what to do if you get flu, how you can knock it out. And it worked for us. I mean, of course, always talk to your doctor, but this was from a nurse. It really worked for our son. So there's that on there. There's a few things on there. I don't know, is Mama's macaroni and cheese recipe on there?
Yes.
Okay, for Thanksgiving, everybody wants Mama's macaroni and cheese. That's on there too. So
Yes.
KellieandAllen.com, in addition to our wedding video.
That, dear listener, was the definition of a bunny hole. So back to the letter here.
You asked me what was on there.
I'm watching your wedding video. Kind of creepy, but I've seen it before. I just love it. Y'all are a beautiful couple. I'm an oaked barbecue sandwich listener. So this is one of your very, very best customers.
Good.
I have your podcast on repeat 24/7.
Wow.
24/7.
Wow.
That's a lot. I don't know if that's an exaggeration or she's
She
like,
might be exaggerating a little,
Little
but
bit.
I'll take it.
hey, yeah, we'll take it. Kind of weird, but y'all just make me feel like I'm not alone. I've been married for 4 years with 2 kids, and one is only 2 months old.
Wow.
And your podcast has helped me with my postpartum depression.
Aw.
I sincerely love you guys. I feel like I fail every day as a mother and wife.
Me too, honey. That's not exclusive to you. That's every woman. I'm telling you right now.
And it's so nice to escape with y'all on the podcast. This is just a long I love you email. Hey, we love these. P.S. I think because of 2020, I cry every time I listen to Kelly's Kid Nation theme song, Rise Up.
Oh.
It really does lift me up, but I get
Aw.
so emotional. Okay, that's it. I love you so much. Faithful fan from San Antonio. 2, 1, 2,
What am I
3.
singing?
Just when you
Oh, okay, stop. You're going to throw me
1,
off. You're stopping me. No,
2,
stop. You're throwing me off.
1, 2, 3. Just when you
You're
thought,
throwing me off.
Golly,
Stop.
babe,
You're
just
throwing me off. Just stop.
launch into it.
I will, but stop. Don't. Stop counting. All right. San Antonio, by the way, we just switched affiliates in San Antonio. We're now on Q1019. So if you're listening to the podcast and you turn into the old station there and we're not there, don't panic. Q1019 in San Antonio. Just when you thought about giving up,
Ding, ding, ding.
something inside says it's time to get up. Don't let the problems of life, I think that's right, get you down. I know a way we can turn it around. You are a part of my family. You are a part of my tribe. You got a reason to live. This is your moment to shine. Kid Nation, wake up. Rise up. Shout out with one voice. We will never give up. 'Cause when the darkness surrounds you and you're lost in the night, we'll be here waiting for you in the morning light. Kid Nation, wake up. Rise up, Kid Nation, wake up. Rise up, Kid Nation. That's the acapella version. I probably messed up a few words. That's pretty good though, right?
That's a good one, babe. That's
I'm
a good
glad.
one.
Listen, as a mother, I constantly, especially when you got a newborn, those hormones are whacked out all over the place, and you feel like every day you're screwing up. And what have I done? This baby, I'm not worthy of. You're gonna get through it. You're gonna get through it. I promise. It gets better. So just hang in there, and I'm glad that we're a good distraction for you because you're not alone. So many women relate. I promise. I promise.
How come you didn't want me to count?
Because it was throwing me off. It was throwing me off. I
Why did you
couldn't-
get so upset?
Because I told you to stop like 3 times, and you kept going.
You know, if you tell me to stop, I'm going to keep going.
I know, because you're annoying.
Wow. Clap back right there. Okay. You want to read
I
another?
got to do one more thing
Okay.
real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
I got to do
Let's
one
do a
more
little
thing real
something.
quick.
Yeah. Let's do
It's the
something.
holidays, and so we got to, what Alan said about El Presidente earlier.
Yeah.
He was only halfway teasing.
Yeah, I wasn't teasing,
But
Kelly.
listen, 30 million women. We don't talk about certain things. We feel like, I'm the only one. Nobody else understands. But the truth is 30 million women are impacted by weakened or thinning hair. And if you are one of us, know that you are not alone. Kelly Raspberry, sign me up. Thinning hair, weakened hair. But there is a solution you can trust to deliver results because thousands of women have taken back control of their hair with Nutrafol, with many users raving the supplement not only transformed their hair but restored their confidence too. I've often heard a woman's hair is her crowning glory. I think that's biblical. But anyway, when your hair starts to go, you're like, I don't feel as vibrant. I don't feel as youthful. And with thick flowing head of hair, it makes you feel younger and better, right?
Flowing chestnut mane.
Nutrafol offers 2 targeted formulas for women, clinically shown to improve hair growth and thickness with less shedding through all stages of life. Healthier hair growth does take time. You will begin to experience thicker, stronger, faster growing hair in 3 to 6 months. In a clinical study, 86% of women reported they did see improved hair growth after 6 months of use. So if you try it for a month, you're like, I don't notice anything, Kelly. You got to stick with it. More than 1,500 top doctors recommend Nutrafol as an effective, high-quality solution for healthier hair.
You can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and use promo code SANDWICH. New customers will get 20% off. This is their best offer available anywhere. Plus free shipping on every order. Get 20% off at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code SANDWICH. We love Nutrafol. What?
We do.
Why'd you like that?
There's a formula for men as well.
Oh.
I know thinning hair for men is also an issue.
Speaking of hair, what do you think of this thing?
My husband's decided, okay, he couldn't do this at the beginning of COVID quarantine back in March.
I
So
had
here
you
we
cut
are.
I had you cut my hair.
You did. You couldn't stand it anymore. But now here we are, potentially at the tail end of it, unless somebody decides to lock the country down again. We'll wait to see.
Wow.
Well, we don't know.
Wow.
Well, it was said in some campaign speeches, wasn't it?
Wow.
Well, it was. Why are you wowing me?
I don't know.
I'm just repeating.
Wow. That's
Now
bold.
Alan
That's
decides.
bold.
Now Alan decides he wants to grow out his hair and just let it go.
Just not even trim it.
tell
though.
him your
Just
tell
say-
him no.
Tell
him-
No.
tell him the
I
reason.
don't have an inspiration. No.
Yes, he does.
No, I don't. I don't have an
He's too
inspiration.
embarrassed to say.
I don't have an inspiration.
So he's gonna now. You did let your beard grow. Was that in quarantine or was that was before quarantine when you let your beard grow bushy?
I let it grow bushy one time, and then Boss Man George saw me and basically told me I look like a bum.
I didn't think it looked bad. It didn't bother me. That was before quarantine.
He was like, hey man, I don't know about that on your face. Man, I think you should trim that.
Yeah, whatever, boss man.
Amen.
But now Alan has decided. Here we are. He's going to let it grow, and then he had a haircut scheduled. I was like, dude, you can't get your hair cut.
Okay,
if you're
first
gonna
of
let
all,
it grow.
okay, first of all, you didn't go dude. You don't dude your husband. That's not what you did. You didn't go.
What
dude.
did I say then?
Well, you don't refer to me as dude.
Is that an order?
Yes, and you've never done that either.
I have too duded
No,
you, and you told me
have
not to do it.
So Kelly, what she just said there is being
I
misrepresented.
duded him. I just duded him right here on the podcast. How can he say I didn't do it?
Okay, this
Did
letter.
I get you to cancel your hair appointment? Yes or no?
You did.
Okay.
This next letter is from one of our very, very best customers. One of my favorite best customers, too. This one's from Hannah Herb. She says, subject, new parents. She says, hi, my loves. Heart,
Hi.
heart, heart. So as you guys know, our little jalapeno pepper is growing right on track and is set to make her appearance on January 10th.
Wow.
We are so excited, and even though you didn't pick your best customer to win the Living Spaces
Aw.
giveaway,
Aw.
we still love you and trust your advice. So, for the point of my letter, what advice do you have to give to nervous first-time parents? And specifically for Kelly, what are things you did to keep your sanity during those first few weeks as a new mom? Love you both to the moon and back. I can't wait to bring my ghost pepper and jalapeno out for some good barbecue in 2021.
Yay.
Ain't no PB&J, Hannah Herb.
Okay, Hannah, I got a couple of pieces of advice. And my first one will be if somebody offers to help, take them up on it. Don't feel like, there's something about when somebody says, if there's anything I can do, let me know. That's very open-ended, and people kind of don't, they think they mean it. But when somebody offers help, take it. If somebody says to you, is there anything I can do for you? Say this. Yes. Could you come over to the house and just sit with the baby for an hour? Even if it's just, everybody can spare an hour, so I can take a shower or so I can lay down and take a nap, because that's going to be the thing for me. Was personal hygiene was an issue when the baby was first born. And when because you get so caught up with taking care of the baby and their schedules, you neglect yourself. You can't even take a shower because you're afraid to leave the baby for a minute. Just to have somebody watch the baby for you for an hour, for 2 hours even, so you can get a nice little nap, that's something you can ask for help with. If people offer to help, take it. Don't feel like, no, I got this. Take the help when it's offered. And the other thing I would say is, no matter what phase the baby's in, it's not going to last forever. It feels like it in the moment when they are up all night crying and you can't get them to sleep on a certain schedule. They will eventually. It might take longer for you than it does to other moms. And trust me, every mom does it better than you. Every mom's baby is off the charts, way more genius and more perfect than your child will ever be.
And bigger and taller and faster and
their
stronger
child, no matter what,
and smarter.
Their child has done it better and they've done it first. And their child was sleeping through the night when they were 2 days old. And
baby came out of the womb crawling.
I'm telling you, don't fall victim to that mommy comparison shit.
Whoa!
And I say that because women do this to each other and it's not right. You need to tell the truth about how hard it is, because women do feel alone when somebody comes up to you and like, my perfect baby, and you feel like I'm a failure because I can't get my baby to do those things. It will pass. Whatever season, whatever your baby's going through, the teething, the colic, whatever, it's going to pass. Your child, I'm 99% positive your child is going to start kindergarten fully potty trained. I'm 99% positive of that. So that's the pieces of advice I would give. From a dad's perspective, what would your advice be?
Well, looking back, I was just kind of jotting down a few notes while you were some of yours, or some of mine too. But the ones I have are, babies are super like resilient. That's one thing looking back that I didn't realize at the time is you think they're just these little tiny fragile creatures, and anything I do wrong, it's going to screw them up for life.
Right.
And they are so like resilient. I mean, that first couple of months is tough, but they're just eating, they're sleeping, they're pooping. And there's not a lot you can do to screw them up
at that stage. A lot of time women get mad at their husbands for not being as involved when the child is first born. But like Alan just said, that's what resonated with me. The baby's just kind of laying there, eating and pooping right now. And typically the mom's involved with the breastfeeding, and the man can help sometimes too with the bottle feeding. But it takes a minute, I think, for men to feel as connected as you do. So if your husband doesn't immediately just, if he's not completely all in there initially, give him a minute, because I think once the baby starts getting a little bit of a personality and seems a little less fragile, because I think men are scared of little babies at first, then they start to get more connected and more involved.
Yeah, that's great advice, because I don't know about a lot of you who, have had children recently or, who are about to have children, but it's not like there's the baby and then all of a sudden, I mean, you love the baby, but it's not like, what am I trying to say? You haven't had any experiences with this new person, I guess. And while, I love this new baby, then this is my new child, it takes time to kind of develop those experiences to where you feel really connected. Is it from a man's perspective? I'm saying.
I think perspective too.
Well, yeah, but I think the woman has that natural, because they just birthed the baby, so they have that natural connection. They do breastfeeding, and that they really connect. For the man,
sometimes it's slow to come for a woman too. If you don't feel, if it's not like it is in the movies where they lay the baby on your breast as that newborn, and you don't feel that this is the love I've never felt before. I didn't feel that initially when the baby was born, and women don't talk about that either, because you feel like you're a horrible person. It's like this weird kind of disconnect. It's like, oh, you were in me and now you're not, and it takes you a minute. It takes you a minute.
For the man, I think it takes
longer.
Even maybe a little longer. So, be patient with your man, I guess, too, as patient as you can. I have two practical things. One, I don't know if they even make these anymore, but there used to be a deal. You know how when you have the infant in a car seat in the car, like a small infant, they have to face backwards.
Yeah.
Then you got to take them out of the car in this big heavy car seat.
Those things weigh a ton.
They weigh 9 tons, and I would see the parents lugging them in, and they're just like, you can tell their backs are twisted. Everyone's in a bad mood. They used to make this thing called a snap and go. Do they still make those?
I think so.
You take the car seat, and it's like this stroller that folds into a real small stroller, and you just pop that car seat right into the snap and go and go. You don't have to lug that thing around.
But I see women.
I may be dating myself now, because when I think
they do.
When I had small kids, that was like the thing.
I see women.
The snap and go.
They whip those baby carriers around like they weigh like air. Those things weighed 1,000,000 pounds.
They're heavy.
And I could never figure out how to do the baby carrier in the front, the baby Bjorn. I would sit there and struggle with that thing by I was like, screw it. I just put her on my hip and went. I could not figure out that baby carrier thing to save my life.
I use that Bjorn.
Ever.
I use that Bjorn too, and I don't know. I always felt like the baby's face was being
Yeah.
smushed up against my
I didn't
chest,
like
you know?
that. And they used to do the slings. I don't think they do this anymore because they were seeing they were suffocating hazards for babies, like those swaddling slings. I don't think they do those anymore.
And
That
then
was all the rage when Emma Kelly was born.
and then the last one is you know, and it's cliche to say, you know, it goes so fast, and yeah, it does, man. It goes really fast. But just try to enjoy every little moment, even when y'all are up together at 3 a.m. and nobody's in a real great mood, you know?
Or clean.
Or yeah, neither one of you showered, and the
shower.
baby's screaming. It's really tough those first 4 months, but
I promise you one day you wish you could go back.
I tell you what, you wish you could have those small babies again. So just, it's hard. I get it. Like
Don't wish it away.
Kelly's done it. I've done it. But yeah, don't wish it away because it happens fast, man.
Yeah.
It does. Enjoy everything.
So on that note, speaking of babies, I got to go pick up mine. She's waiting for me at school and I'm late.
All right. Well, this was good, babe. You got to get going.
I do.
Ran-
Thank y'all for hanging out with us. We went a little long today, but
Ran a little long today. Talked about some interesting stuff.
hopefully it was helpful. Hey, if you want us to help you propose, let us know.
I'm adding a few things to my Christmas list.
All right, honey.
All right, babe.
Don't be a perv.
Wow. Wait, have you taken something today that's got you kind of...
No, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Keeping it classy.
Because you lobbed an S-bomb. You talked.
Because I meant it. I want women to start supporting women, especially new moms.
You talked about dildos.
I didn't. I was just reading a list of gift options.
You talked about jade eggs.
on Goop. I got to go, Alan.
Oh,
I've
okay.
got time for this.
Okay. Love you desperately.
I love you.
Love our listeners desperately. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.